Okay, so welcome to the course, How to Make a Pitch Deck. The whole logic of this is that we've got to get started. We've got to get money into our organisation to get started. You're an entrepreneur, you've got a great idea, but you need cash. Now, there's a certain point where you've got your own savings, maybe a rich uncle or your parents have given you some money to get going, but that only lasts so long, and you need money to get going. And to get that money, you've got to tell people about your idea. You've got to inspire them to want to support you. And here's the thing. A lot of people think, I'll go to this foundation or I'll go to that rich philanthropist. But you're probably 1 in 10,000 that's lined up at that person's door or that organisation's door looking for funding support for their great idea too. There's so many great ideas out there that people have to try and change the world for the better. And this is fantastic. We're excited by that. We need these ideas to get funding. We need them to get up and running. But too often they founder on the rocks of people's own inability as they try and launch their boat into that sea of challenge of life to try and do something. It founders on the rocks. They don't get started because they can't get that money. And that's often because their pitch deck is pretty boring. Or if it's not boring, it's just not inspiring. And so they stay, 9,985th in line. They don't come to the front of the line. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go through the pitch deck of Slave Free Trade, fantastic little organisation who's just getting started. Well, they're a bit more than just getting started, to be fair. They're a Swiss registered NGO. They're looking to really change the way products and services are offered around the world to make, they've got this fantastic slogan called Made in Freedom. I think it's brilliant. But they've got a pitch deck that ain't going to get them to the front of that line. And as I said in the introduction, Brian Island, the CEO and founder, David Badower, David's going to be with us. We're going to go through this with him, have said, well, help us. That'd be great. We'd love for you to help us. And we don't mind you making a course about it. We're going to try not to be too Gordon Ramsay style about it. And I don't know if everyone around the world knows who Gordon Ramsay is, but he's one of these chefs who gives trainee cooks a hard time and beats them up. We're going to try not to be like that. He tries to inspire them by being a bit brutal with them. Well, I don't really want to be like that, but we want to try and point out what are the failings of the pitch deck that Slave Free Trade put together initially. And through that, working with David and with Brian, we hope to produce a new pitch deck, help them to produce a new pitch deck that gets them near the front of that line, that inspires the people they send this pitch deck to and say, God, these guys are doing great things. This is clearly a huge problem. We need to do something about it. That's what we're going to try and do now.